All right, beautiful. Welcome. Okay, so this is a weekly deal finders call that we do. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the things that are happening in the marketplace. And we're going to go over all of that right now. But before that, let me just go ahead and make an introduction to who I am. So I'm an investor. This is the picture I took on Father's Day. And let's go ahead and read this. This is a post that I posted yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. So when people ask what I do, I usually say something along the lines of I flip houses or I invest in real estate. And I try to keep it simple. While both of those are true, the real answer is that I handle my own investments. I've taken responsibility for my future and for my family's finances. And this is what I do as an investor. Because at the end of the day, the responsibility for my financial success rests squarely on my shoulders. Being self-employed, that's my responsibility. If you've ever wanted to have the freedom that comes with being a real estate investor, these are critical questions you must ask yourself prior to making the leap into this field. Do I have enough cash flow for my investments to cover my living expenses, especially if you quit your job? Do I have an adequate amount of savings to cover any emergency? How will I spend my day? What will I do for insurance? Can I really make it on my own? Each of these questions is critically important to your success and your mental framework. If you are not confident in your ability to pull this off, then this might not be the right fit for you. Before quitting your job, make sure that these questions have been thoroughly thought through and can be answered with a detailed plan. If you have already taken the leap to join me, if you've already taken this leap and you've jumped into it, you must be on these calls every single Monday from 10 to 11 Pacific to go over these 4 critical categories of creating wealth in real estate. And this is what we're going to talk about today. Identifying opportunities, finding owners, evaluating the numbers, and contracting the deal. That's what must be done. All right, look at that. Someone's trying to get in. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share Ryan's iPad. And the way we do that is, hang on real quick. I got to turn the air on. It's too hot. All right, 85 degrees in here. Gotta love it. Bam, all right. Okay. Man, how do I get rid of this? All right, how about now? Got a slight echo. All right, I can deal with the echo in my own ear. That's no problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and share my screen. And we are going to talk about these areas. These are important and critical. All right, so these are the 4 areas of mastery that we have to make sure that we are definitely covering. Because if not, we are not going to do anything worthwhile in this business. So what are these 4 areas? They are identifying. So identify opportunities. Contact. Let's use a little lasso guy. All right, it's actually find and contact property owners. All right. Welcome, Francisco. Evaluate the numbers. And then, of course, contract the deal. This is what we got to do. So if we want to be successful, we have to figure out exactly where we are at in this equation, in these 4 areas of mastery. Are we stuck identifying the opportunities, or are we stuck trying to find owners? Are we stuck trying to understand how to evaluate the numbers and make sure if we know this is a deal or not? Or are we stuck on a contract? Like what paperwork to use? This is basically where it breaks down for everybody. In one of these 4 areas, we're either going to be successfully doing this or we're not. Let's see. I thought I had my iPad sharing. It looks like it's not. Can you see my screen, Francisco?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So of these 4 areas, where are you? Like, where do you want to dive the deepest?
Myself, you're talking to me?
Yep.
I think at the very beginning, the very first one, I just identifying opportunities.
Perfect.
Just because, I don't know, there's so much information out there, and I know there's different opportunities or different ways of finding deals, but which ones are the best ones?
Awesome. Let's go ahead and start listing some of those. What are some of the opportunities that you are aware of?
Driving for dollars. That's how we found our first deal.
All right. What else?
Foreclosures, I guess. I know that one's on hold right now.
Some of them are. There's actually some that are not on hold.
Okay.
But like you're right though. The majority of the foreclosures, like the federally insured, the Fannies, the Freddies, they're definitely on hold at least until the end of this month.
Yeah.
But private money mortgages, they're going still.
Okay.
Any other opportunities that you're aware of?
Code violations.
Yep, definitely.
And then the tax liens behind on taxes.
Beautiful. Where are you located?
Sacramento.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anything else come to mind?
No, just I think those are the main ones.
Cool. These are
I
definitely
don't
my
know.
bread and butter. And then I also add probate into the mix.
Probate. Okay.
So walk me through this. You said you got your first deal. What
Yeah.
did that look like? You're driving.
Yeah, actually my wife spotted it. We were looking for our first property. We purchased a duplex and we saw it. I'm a real estate agent. So we saw it. I looked up the owner from the tax records. I tried contacting him, wasn't able to. I left a note at his personal residence, and he called me about a month later saying he was going to list it for sale. And yeah, we ended up purchasing it. We're the first ones to view it.
Did he end up listening?
He ended up listing it with an agent. He told the agent to give us a call because of my letter I had left him, and we ended up purchasing it. Yeah, it was a fixer, so fixed it up.
Beautiful. Is it all rented out now?
Yeah, it's rented out. It's rented out,
Fantastic.
and yeah, we lived there, and then after that, we purchased a short sale down the street.
Okay.
We moved into the
Your
short
house
sale.
hacked.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Duplex, 2013. The home, 2000. It was like 3 or 4 years later.
Okay. Are you still in that home?
Yeah, yeah. This is where we're at.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So move this over here. So basically, this is what you did. You identified the duplex. You left
Yeah.
the owner a note.
Mhm.
You didn't talk much about the numbers, other than
Yeah.
you thought it was good.
Yeah, the numbers. I mean, they worked out. That's what we were looking for. So
Beautiful. So these two kind of just fall into that.
yeah,
And it's still rented.
yeah. It was a fixer. So basically, yeah, we house hacked. How you call it, house hacked,
Yeah.
and now we got it to where the duplex basically paying both mortgages. So
Like someone else wants to get in, but they can't.
yeah, the first link you sent me is wasn't working too well.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Did you want me to share my screen, Ryan, or does it matter?
That's up to you.
Okay. Oh, it says host disabled participant screen sharing. It's okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what it says.
It must be one of the settings I have.
Yeah, it's okay. I haven't done too much Zoom, so it's probably my fourth or fifth Zoom I've been on.
Got it. It's coming from my iPad, so I don't know the settings.
Okay, no worries. I can hear you.
It's probably people can't get in either. Oh, well.
Sure.
So for those that are going to watch the replay that are not here, as far as house hiking, I just want to explain what this is. Basically, you're buying a house to live in it, and then you flip it, or you keep it and you move into another one, and then you do the same thing. So you went from a duplex, which is 2 units,
Yeah.
into a single family, which is 1 unit.
Mhm.
There are some people, when they house hack, they do the 4, 3, 2, 1 model, which is basically, as you can guess,
Mhm.
a 4-plex to a 3-plex to a duplex to single family. And in that way, they have four properties, I guess.
Mhm.
But a total of 10 units. If you
That
don't
would have
count,
been
eventually they're going to move out of that one. So they're going to have 10 cash flowing units.
nice.
You know, if I could do it all over again, this is exactly how I would do it.
Yeah.
I have
makes
5
sense.
kids now. I can't do that.
Right. Right.
We're not going to fit in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath duplex or quadplex.
It wouldn't work.
We'd own the whole thing.
Yeah.
But starting over, like a newlywed or in this business, that's exactly where I would start.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But beautifully done, man.
Yeah. So
I mean, because you're going to eventually move out of this one. And I don't know if you're going to sell it or you're going to keep it as a rental, but you could have 3 units.
yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. All right, let's jump back into opportunities. So driving for dollars is how you identified that first property.
Yeah.
Are you still driving for dollars?
Yes and no. I pulled up 2-3 fixers, like abandoned properties I found. I have trouble locating the owners where I need help at.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about that.
Mhm.
So these are opportunities. Step 1. Locate owners. Are you still a licensed agent?
I am, yeah.
That's not working for you?
No, I am. It's just I want to get more into investments.
No, as far as being able to contact the owner, like on real
Oh, well, that's what I was hoping I could ask you. What's the best sources to do that,
Okay.
or what you have used?
So I'm not licensed as an agent.
Mhm.
And so what I do is I look people up at
Mhm.
truepeoplesearch.com. And here's a cool thing about it. Here's a hack. Let me see if I can do this.
Mhm.
I'm going to share my own screen. Or I'm going to make stop share. All right. So, all right, you can see my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful. So let's do this here. Let's send this to Jack. Well, let me show you how this works with True People Search.
Okay.
All right, what's up? What's up, Jack? The audio's not connected.
Okay.
So, all right, so True People Search, the way that I use it as you reverse address. So let's say I found a property. Let's go ahead and do this here. So let's go to Zillow. And let's just find a random property. Give me a zip code.
Saying where I live, 95826.
All right, 95826. A lot of houses for sale. Let's just go choose a random house.
Okay.
See how this works. So this is gonna be like ultra, like I have no skills. I don't know what I'm doing. And we're gonna
Yeah.
just figure this out.
Yeah.
Here we go. This looks like a nice house. Talisman. Off market, 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Mhm.
Okay, so I don't know anything about this property. I don't know if it's owner occupied. I don't know if it's a rental. Nothing.
Okay.
Huge price reduction back in the day when they sold this. Ready for the right family. All right. So here's what I do. I take this address and I go right back over into True People Search. And I just post it right here. So I got 8933 Talisman,
Talisman. Yeah. Drive.
and then I throw this in here.
Okay.
I search it up. Now I'm gonna come up with all these people. And I still don't know who I'm looking for.
Mhm.
So it doesn't really help me. But what I need to do is find out where this is being mailed to. So I'm gonna go back over to, as far as the taxes go.
Yeah.
So this is the freeway. So now I'm gonna go back over here and I'm going to pull up the property parcel number.
Mhm.
Is this is this Sacramento? This is Sacramento City, not the county.
Sacramento. I think it's a county actually.
Is it the county? Okay, well, then we're just gonna go to Sacramento County Tax Collector. We're gonna look for the secured property. And then we gotta enter the parcel number. So, just gonna throw that right up here.
Yeah, and like you said, since I'm an agent, I have access to the realist.
You have the easy way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at that address right there. Let's try with the parcel. There we go. So tell us the address. And then it's going to tell us they've owned this for quite some time. It's not a whole lot.
Mhm.
So we're going to go actually look at the bill. Oh, your county doesn't do this. So my county just hides the owner's name. Your county actually hides their mailing address.
Okay. Okay.
So this is not what I wouldn't do it this way.
Okay.
The best way is just to pay for it. I use Property Radar.
Mhm.
Here's how you do it.
Mhm.
Find if it's owner occupied or not.
I have access to a property radar, Ryan. Just I've been paying for it and I don't use it. So
Oh man,
that's what I'm
Property
saying.
Radar is amazing. So we go site address,
Mhm.
throw it in here. Takes a minute to look for it. Starkey Adrian. It's Adrian Starkey, owner occupied.
Owner occupied. Okay.
That was my hunch because the taxes were so low.
Mhm.
I mean, $2,000 a year,
Bought it for around like 200 something.
something like that, yeah. And they haven't moved. See, annual taxes 27. When did they buy it? 2016. So yeah, this is owner occupied. So what I do is so property radar, you go to contacts and it doesn't have anything for Adrian. So then I'm going to go back over to True People Search. And here we go. Adrian Starkey.
Mhm.
Age unknown, lives in Sacramento. She lives right there. Current address. But look at this, man. She has no phone numbers.
Yeah.
She's super old. This is actually something that I would contact. I would mail her a postcard or knock on her door.
Mhm.
So True People Search is kind of like my go-to. If I can't get
Okay.
anything from there, then I go to TLO.
Okay. What's TLO?
TLO is it's a paid subscription as well, but it's actually it's like a credit bureau. It's TransUnion.
Okay.
So anytime they use their social to take out a cell phone or power cable bill, anything, that's going to pop up on the radar.
Okay.
So here's another thing that I would do. So this lady's kind of like a ghost.
Right.
So I'd go back over and see who else lives there. Okay, this person lives there. Vicki Lynn Richardson.
Okay.
I'd reach out to her.
Mhm.
She has some kind of association with this address. So you got 2 phone numbers there.
Mhm.
Marco at the P.O. box. He may have lived in this address a long time ago. No, it doesn't show up. This person, I don't even know. In New York,
Yeah.
might be a relative. But even these, yes, I'm human. So it's funny, this guy lives in El Segundo.
Mhm.
Supposedly, he's 92 years old. But he's related to, okay, so he lived at his address at one time in 1991.
Okay.
We know
You
from
bought it.
Property Radar that she bought it in 2006. And you can go into Property Radar and you can see where she got it from. So she got it from a trust.
Okay.
You can see all of the history here. 1992 at Richardson's. So the Richardsons, I wouldn't contact them actually because they sold it
Mhm.
to Adrian Starkey. And then she got a loan.
Okay.
You know, one other thing you can do when you're trying to find these people
Mhm.
is to throw their name into Facebook.
Okay.
And it's a fairly uncommon name. I mean, it's not like Tony Starks or anything. Adrian Starkey.
Yeah.
Columbus, Ohio. Who's this person? This is probably her, man. She has no information anywhere.
Okay.
And so when you're trying to find people, you can filter.
How did you go there? I was taking notes and I didn't look up into the screen. Just
pardon?
just in the just searching the on Facebook.
Yeah, so just go to the Facebook search,
Okay.
type their name in. And then you can also put in Sacramento
Okay.
and just see what comes up.
And then under filters, yeah.
Yeah, so none of these are her. Oh, someone in Adrian's, oh, it's a restaurant.
Mhm.
So on this particular one, I wouldn't spend a whole bunch of time on it, just
Mhm.
because there's no real reason to like actually contact her.
Sure.
But what I would do if I was interested in this property is I'd pop a postcard in the mail.
Okay.
And that's what I'd do.
Okay.
So Ryan, real quick, if I was looking at a property, it's vacant, there's broke down cars in the yard. I looked it up on Property Radar, and the person that owns it is like, it shows they're 97, and it looks like the property's been vacant for quite some time. So I did the True People search, and it showed me he had relatives. I made calls over the weekend, none of them responded. How would I even find out if he's alive? I tried the obituary, but I couldn't find his name anywhere. I looked for a year back, couldn't find anything.
You want to throw it up here or you want to keep it private?
I trust you guys, it's cool. 552 Main Street, or Main Avenue, I think it's Main Avenue. Just down the street from my house.
Sacramento?
Yeah, yes.
Which
I was
one
out
is it?
for my morning walk.
Ralph?
Yep, Ralph, yeah, Ralph W. Dips,
There's two of them.
right,
There's a junior and a senior. One's 70, one's 97.
right. But nobody lives in the property. And I was trying to figure out if one of them passed, if both of them passed.
Gotcha. Okay. So pull up the Property Radar.
And I got a hold of one person, John Dips, and I asked him, I said, do you know anything about, I'm interested in a property? And he just said, nope, I don't know anything about them. I don't talk to them anymore. I don't do, I was like, okay, no problem.
All right. So hold on to that. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
So this dude, Ralph W. Drips, says he's 70. You tried these numbers that show up
Yes.
in Property Radar?
Yeah,
And all of them are nothing.
yeah, they were all disconnected, or, you know what I mean? No longer in service at this time.
Got it. So here we go. Ralph Drips, Sacramento, California. It's exactly what. So I clicked on this link here, Facebook link. It takes me right to Facebook and populates the search.
Oh, well.
Of course, nobody here.
Right, I did that too. I tried LinkedIn. No, I think I came up with some drips, but it was different.
All right. I'll show you. Yeah, Driggs, nothing. So we go back to the property, and these are the names that are associated with that property. Some dude that's 97. Do you call these numbers?
I'm on my phone, is real small.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only two numbers. Well, the 1410. I remember calling those 1410, 1420.
That's the
14.
first dude.
Yeah,
Second one has some different numbers.
yeah. The landline was the same.
Which are, I think this, no, this one's different.
Oh, okay.
7804. So if you called that one,
I'll call that one today.
well, you already
Barely
called that
on
one.
I did the 1410 and the 1410 with the other one.
So the one in Property Radar, this is the only one that's different, the 7804.
Yeah. Maybe I did call them all.
So going back here,
Yeah.
so Muriel T and Muniel.
Yeah, I found them on the True Search. Muriel Drips.
Muriel's deceased. She died in 99.
Oh, okay.
So here's what I would do. What middle names? Same person. Different numbers. No, the same ones. So what I would do is I jump up here and I would do, what's her name? Muriel Lorraine Drips. So Muriel Lorraine Drips obituary. So that's not bringing us a hit. So Muriel Lorraine Drips in quotes.
I think Drips had 2 P's, Rain.
Oh, it did?
I think it did.
Let's go
I
back.
didn't think so.
Oh, no,
It
no,
also
sorry
has
about
one.
that. Okay.
Yeah, because all the ones I kept looking at were just one.
Yeah, they also have one. So let's get rid of Lorraine because there's a T there too on one of them. So that may be throwing it off.
Yeah, because it came up as a RW Drips and a Ralph Drips. So I looked at
Right.
both of those. But I couldn't find an obituary for them. So I wasn't sure if they're passed or just in a home or something. But
This lady
There's a
for sure died. 1999 is what it said. So I'm not sure if you get a secret weapon. And you'll be like, what? Oh, here we go. Ralph William Drips. Marysville Boulevard, Sacramento. There you go, Muriel Lorraine. She died. That was his wife. He was an Army engineer, combat battalion. He died in 2008.
Wow.
You seen that?
Yeah, I did.
All right, so what we need to do now is find the obituary because it's going to list his dependents or whoever he's successed by, like his survivors.
Right. And what website was that one?
This one is billiongraves.com.
Okay.
Let me send this to you right now. Oh, you don't have it. You don't have an iPhone.
No.
Did you get the message then on, let's see, on Messenger?
On the,
On Facebook?
you know what? I have an iPad. So if you send it, I just don't have it hooked up right now.
There you go. I just sent it to you right now.
Okay, I see it. Perfect.
So now we have the date that he died, January 15th, 2008. So what I'm going to do, and his full name, Ralph William Drips.
Yeah.
Obituary, Sacramento. January 15, 2008. Wait a second here. What does Property Radar show that he purchased this property?
Uh,
94.
Mhm.
I wonder if taxes are paid on this. Have you looked that up yet?
I didn't look up whether they were paid or not. I'm not sure how to do that. I looked up
So
where they send a tax bill to off of Property
that's the
Radar.
same place. Oh, okay. So go to Sacramento Property Tax Collector.
Yeah.
Click on the eProp tax page. It brings up this page here. And you want to click on Secure Property. And you can throw in the address, 552
But to
Main
Main.
Street. Interesting. Prior year's taxes are outstanding.
I was gonna say that's a big bill for
Yeah, it is.
when you purchase it.
So he's behind. Interesting. Okay. There's an installment. Someone is paying something, whether it's a family member or what, I don't know. Oh, no, never mind. There's just penalties, because you know, you can have a, you can like, if you're behind, you can do installments to get caught back up, like a payment plan.
Yeah.
Let's look at previous years. Does yours allow us to do this? Here we go. Last time taxes were paid was in 2017.
Hmm.
So they're getting ready to go to auction. Pick up a house for like 6 grand. So you gotta get to this one first.
Yep.
Also gotta probate it. So going back here to obituaries. Okay, Billion Graves, we're just there. Not showing up. So he shows up in Billion Graves.
Yeah.
He's at Sunset Lawn Cemetery. What I would do is I would contact them. They have someone who paid for his gravestone, something, the service, whatever it may be. I would contact them and see if they can give you a lead.
Okay. I was gonna knock on the doors next door today and
I would do that too.
see if they know anyone.
So I use
Okay.
military. So here's what else I do. This is my secret weapon. I go to ancestry.com. And this guy's name was William. No,
I think it
Ralph
was Ralph William.
Drips. So check
Yeah.
this out. So Ralph William Drips. Birth year was 1924.
Got that from the grave.
Right there.
Yeah.
We don't know where. That's okay. Let's do this. Let's see what ancestry comes back with. This is our guy right here. Born in Minnesota. Wow. A lot of things. So let's see if he has any family trees. What happens sometimes is you have kids that'll come in here and they'll start doing like their genealogy for their parents or their grandparents. So last name, dad's name, last name is Drips. Mom's last name was Forbes. Spouse was, oh, Verbeck.
I'm in a
I
meeting.
get that.
Puppy, can I have a chocolate,
Obituary. So this is what we do. We just run down this gamut here. Oh, it's interesting. They spelled her name different. All right. Looks like they had a daughter, Deborah Dawn Drips.
Hmm.
And that's it. So that's who you want to find. Click on her, see where she's at. Oh, she died. Oh, she was like just an infant. Do they not have any kids? So do you know what happens when they don't have kids?
Goes back to the parents.
Goes back to the parents. Now,
Then
if
it
the
goes-
parents aren't alive,
And it goes to the children of the parents, which would be his brothers or sisters, the original owner's brothers or sisters, and then it starts going down from them.
yeah, so it goes up, over, and then back down,
Right.
which is nice if we can find a obituary, because they should give us some kind of hint as far as like, oh, he survived by millions of nieces and nephews, whatever it may be. So she was born. Okay, mother died, father died. 79. Wife died. Brother died. So here we go. So his brother is Robert Clark Drips. So you want to look for his kids. Or
Okay.
Stanley Forbes Drips. So it looks like he outlived his brothers. Anyway, this is the fun part about doing this whole thing. So you got some work to do.
Yep.
Serious about this deal, I'd start finding Robert Clark Drips children. Looks like he married a Rosella McKethan. And Stanley and Ralph are his siblings. Looks like no kids. Jeez. Go to Stanley. Well, at least you don't have to probate that much. All right.
Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. So I looked up on, I couldn't remember. You told me before it was True People Search.
True
I
people.
looked up on Fast People Search, and it gave me other names. John Drips, that's the one that told me he doesn't talk to them, doesn't have anything to do with them. April Drips, and then Speakman. Yeah, it was Fast People Search.
Was it Ralph Williams?
Ralph William Drips. And then if not that, then go to RW Drips.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we got all these phone numbers,
Yeah.
relatives.
Goes to relatives. See how it says mother,
John,
father,
James.
sister, brothers. So that Perry Stepman, I don't know how they're related. If that was his mother, or that didn't make sense, but so it gives you their phone numbers and everything else. So I called all of them. Only one person answered. All of them I just left messages.
So I
I
called
told
that
him,
dude
hey,
back.
What's that?
So here's the thing. Going back into Stanley Forbes Drips, he has 3 children that are still alive, but it's private because they're still alive.
I see.
So we don't know what's going on, but they're his children. That could be what you found here in Fast People Search.
I see.
What I would do is I would go back to whoever it is that you talk to. Hopefully you keep good notes. You can, and you know the phone number and you know who it is rather than have to call them all again. And I just would say to this guy, hey, I know we talked. I'm interested in a property. It looks like I'm gonna have to probate it. And you're the only heir that I can find. You've inherited this property from your uncle or whoever it may be.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
you're talking to somebody as an invited guest and not a unwanted pest.
Right.
You have reason to contact this guy.
Yeah.
That's how I would
Okay.
play it.
You know, it's funny on that True Property Search, or not on the Fast People Search.
Yeah.
It gave me their numbers when I clicked on their name. It gave me their numbers. the answer machine, like the April drip, it gave
Yeah.
me her phone number. I called it. It said, "Hi, you've reached April. I'm not in right now."
This is
Right.
beautiful. I've never used this one. I'm gonna have to start using it.
So if you look right where it says relatives, so
Yeah,
right where you're at, yeah, click on that.
on April.
Yep.
So she lives in the Bay or San Jose area.
Yeah. And there's her phone number.
She's young.
Yeah. I didn't say I was interested in a property because I don't know if the other part was I didn't know if he was passed or not. So I didn't want to call him up and
Yeah.
say, "Hey, I'm interested." I just, "Hey, my name's Jack. Give me a call back."
So now you can say this too, because now you know he is deceased. You don't have to lead with the property. You can just call and say, "Hey, I was wondering if you can help me. I'm looking for some information about so-and-so who is dead, about Ralph Williams drips. Can you help me?"
Okay.
And then just go from there. And then if they go,
Okay.
"What's this regarding?" Say, "Yeah, I'm just trying to locate his next of kin. There's some money that's coming to them, and I just need to find out who and where they're at."
Okay.
And just go into the dialogue and the story and whatever that way.
Okay.
Yeah, and just feel like, he left a house behind. I'm getting ready to buy it. And I just need to know who to pay. There's going to be money to the family.
Okay.
All truthful. You're getting ready to buy it as soon as they say yes. And you probate it. And you're off to
Yeah.
the races.
It's a 2-acre property, but it's just the grass is overgrown. I mean, it's just sitting there, and it's got a big diesel truck in the front yard.
There you go. So that's how I would play this out.
Okay.
And let's see. There we go. So you said true people search or fast people search?
Fast people search.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that to the list.
Yeah, they gave me a phone number, and I couldn't remember. I knew you had told me that before, but it was true people search, and then I just wrote a people search, and then the fast one came up, and I tried it, and then it started giving me phone numbers. I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Billionsgraves.com. That is awesome. And then Ancestry's paid. So cool. All right. Well, hey, we've hit the hour mark. This is basically, what we do. This is a recap here. We spent a lot of time right here doing the identifying opportunities and finding contact.
Okay. Yeah, I was late. I couldn't find a link, and I'm
gonna
thinking,
have to
oh,
figure
was
it
I
out.
supposed to register every time? So then I started texting you. I called you. I was
You
trying to do
called me
everything
like,
I
"Hey,
could.
interrupt me." I had to decline it. It's all good.
It's good. So do we have to register every week to get the link, or?
I guess you have to. Yeah.
Okay.
Or just save it or something.
Well, I tried last week's link, and it said you were in a meeting. It wouldn't. It just kept spinning and spinning.
Well,
I'm
I
like,
think you have to use the register, and it brings you in because it's recurring.
that's what it said, reoccurring. And then I clicked join, and it just kept spinning. It said you were in another meeting, and it just
I'll
kept
figure it
spinning.
out.
Okay. No
Maybe
problem.
what I'll do is just collect everyone's email address and then just send the register link for that week's email. And if you guys can make it, you can make it. If you can't, you can't.
Okay. Perfect.
So beautiful. Hey guys, thanks for being here. We'll see you next week. And
All
then
right. Well, thank you.
get out there
And
and
then-
make some money.
I didn't, on the notes you have right there, is there any way you can email those to me for today's
Yeah,
meeting?
just send me an email at bootstraprei gmail.com.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Jack.
for your time. That was fun. I tried my ways and you added to it. So it's good.
That's what it's all about. Same with you, Francisco. If you want to get the notes, just email me. And then what I'll do is I'll put you guys aside and I'll just email you weekly if you want to join. You have the access.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, you have an awesome day.
Thanks, Jack. You too.
All right.
All right. See you guys.
Bye-bye.